What is going on, my meta millionaires slash meta heads slash meta bangers? I'm your host Terry, and welcome to my channel, baby. Buy the dip, guys. We got some great information to go over today, so we're gonna take the pace down a little bit, and we're just gonna talk about some fantastic due diligence that someone has did, and we're gonna cover it piece by piece on the channel. So, the stock today just kind of, in my point of view, traded sideways. We did have a little spike early on in the day, but the stock kind of leveled off and pretty much broke even for the day, give or take a 0.5%. Not really worried about that. So what I want to focus is on this post right here by Chrome Canyon, posted 6 hours ago on Reddit, and here it is: large due diligence connections to different industries. Guys, this is going to be a ride, so buckle up to start things off. See one of George's latest replies to a tweet below. Here is a Twitter of Plug and Play Tech Center. Have you ever walked into a building and your phone went no signal? To solve this, pressing the issue of 5G and 6G indoor connectivity. Work with Meta Materials and this other company here, C-SKU, to develop cost-effective radio wave controls products using Meta Materials. So there's this here going on with the plug-and-play mobility, the success story of Seek and Meta to make it interesting there. And here's where George replied back: "Thank you for continued support at Plug and Play TC. I will always be grateful. When in 2015 we were selected by the CTA TCS and hosted your legendary Sunnyvale Accelerator for a few months, which led to our first acquisition of Rolliff and meeting key future partners." And here we go. This is a quote here, man. This guy said is very true. This person here said, "I've said it many times, guys, but I will explain it again. Look at his likes and his replies, as well as Meta's Twitter, not just his main post. They are purposeful. Look at the date and original post. June 11th, today's date is June 29th, over a month later. I would highly suggest to read a full read. If you can't get direct access from the site, since it requires business email, you can find it here. Some of the areas focusing on are the following. So Sikisu and Meta launched their website, announced, and the collaborative relationship, a commercial deal in preparation. Outcome: by combining Meta's and the plastic films, they develop an innovation, thin, transparent, flexible radio wave reflection film that can be attached to any service and can reflect radio waves in the sub-6 GHz millimeter wave ranges. Down here he has highlighted that Sikisu and Meta are preparation for a full commercial deal. In order to realize that, Meta is further developing their technology based on current feedback and is working on mass manufacturing to support Sikisu ambitious goals." Working on the mass manufacturing, this was March 2021, in my opinion, and from how George is hinting, the deal is done. Now go look at a reply and look at the gap in dates. George looked for this comment to make a point. Here we go. This was 7/21, so about a week ago. The Hibernator said, "MMAT, this photo is of George at Stanford. The deals are way done." So they're saying the background of this is at Stanford University. Here's where George replied back to the Hibernator: "I'm also wearing our first generation laser eye protection product type. These glasses right here." And you can see George in the reflection taking his picture with those on. So George replied to the Hibernator on StockTwix: "This could point at deals at Stanford being done, or it could just mean some other deals are being done. But let's take a quick look at Stanford University's System X Alliance. They got AMD, Apple, Applied Materials, ARM. They got Facebook, Google, IBM, Intel. Of course, Meta's on there. Microsoft, a lot of big companies on here, guys. Samsung, Bosch, Toshiba, Qualcomm, a lot of big companies on here. And here it is: save the date for System X, November conference, November 9th through the 11th, 8 to 5 a.m. So the event's right there. This person here says, "So I have noticed that the Stanford System X membership MMAT is among some really successful companies like Apple, Google, Samsung, AMD, Any plans to further relationships with any of the companies in the program? Here he says below, George likes tweets about further relationships with companies. So that's where he's going back, guys. It's very important to make sure you're looking at his likes and his replies, because there's a lot of great information there. We keep going. That's a lot of big names. I'm just going to talk about the connections we have so far. Samsung is an already known partner, but we don't know to what extent. We are assuming that it's for the folding displays with Samsung. Be ready. August 11th for their unfolding event. Right here it is. We covered this on the channel a couple days ago. Get ready to unfold Galaxy Unpacked at August 11th, guys. So I think August 11th could be a big day. This helps us connect Google and Apple with their phones, which are rumored to be producing new folding phones of their own using Samsung's displays. Now, Oculus is more speculative, but George seems to like VR and uses Oculus specifically. Here's a post that they have here that was done on, I think it was Twitter. And it says, thank you at Qualcomm, Unity 3D, Niantic Lab, Adobe, Epic Games, Metamaterial, and Philips, and many more. It says, I would love a job with an amazing CEO at the helm. I would make an absolute beast bear hunting game using meta laser rifles. That person there posted. We go down here. This is George. Back on, I think it looks like July 28th. A few years ago, we developed a full physics flight simulator Unity 3D partner with the Oculus Development Kit 2. We had to add flight controls. The mission was a fly to plan, land at night. We programmed random laser attacks, second user control, which blinded the pilot. We were able to educate airlines and others about the threats of lasers in aviation in a fun and very safe way. You do not want to be hit by a real laser. Here we go. With this, we can also see we're already showcasing their products in airlines and others. Who might others be referring to? See the below for a hint. And here we go. We know George posted this about the AEW 21 coming in November, a virtual reality event. Here you go. Paul Clark says, George, I hope MMAT are looking at defense contracts for laser protection with 6th-gen aircraft warships looking to use laser and advanced weaponry. Surely they'll need defense aid. And here you go. Down here's that post that George does have on his Twitter at AEW. It says, thank you Qualcomm, Unity 3D, Niantic Labs, Adobe, Epic Games, Lenovo, Metamaterials, and Philips. So this above is just another hint towards the VR and other types of augmented reality. There's also been many other hits from Meta about the Tesla's battery R&D team, sharing the building, the anti-fog, anti-freeze, LiDAR tech, and George is posting about all these items. So, Crucial Mix here said, will Meta be at the CES 2022? Here's a picture of George's stock twits. You can see all the companies that George is following and watching right here. So, very interesting, guys. So, there's just a lot of stuff on this article. We covered so much, but we're getting close to the end. So here it says, okay, no more quiet period. Give us developments, any purchase orders, strategic partners, or products coming to market. Drop the hammer. That was liked on July 28th, 30 days after the merger, June 28th. Seems like there was a quiet period in place, contrary to some people's belief about it being for IPO, which it could. Couldn't talk about any developments, but again, this is speculation. While we're on this topic, there's still a less strict but more defined quiet period for earnings, so just be aware. So here back on July 20th, of course he says here, I'm looking forward to August 9th and 11th. I do believe that's going to be some big dates coming up, the August 9th through 11th with this possible Samsung deal. Here's one of George's tweets. They haven't updated their data yet. For example, I currently own more than 11%. We are told the next 10Q filings should be fixed of the data discrepancy. Hope this helps. Interesting stats after hours George posted here about the earnings. So that is kind of what the rumor is, guys. We got this quiet period slash earnings. That's kind of been what's going on. Can they not do any press releases during the quiet period? Can they not do press releases until they report earnings? That's kind of where we're at. And this August 9th through the 11th with the Samsung deal seems to be something brewing up, man. And this guy did some great due diligence on here, putting all this together. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention because I think we got a little bit of time before something's going to happen here in the next couple of weeks, man. I'm super excited, and here's the thing. If nothing happens, I'm okay with just keep buying in at these prices, guys. That's what you do. You just buy the dip because one day they're going to announce something huge, and you're going to look back and say, why wasn't I buying this at $3.50? That is what's going to happen. So I don't want to be that guy. I look back and say, why didn't I buy more? Why didn't I buy more? So as every week goes by, I pick up some more, add to my position, keep building it out, and just holding on, man, holding and buying. So hope you all enjoyed this update. We just wanted to go over this post and give you all the great due diligence this gentleman did. Was that Crayon? So thank you all. Check out the links down below. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.